The 2026 Toyota Supra. It seems like there are no new updates for this latest model year of the Supra, and it seems like this is the final model year for the United States. We thought it was going to be the 2025, but quietly, Toyota has made a page for the 2026 Supra on the consumer website, and you are able to build these vehicles as well. In 2025, the big news was the fact that they have dropped the 4-cylinder engine, and then they increased the price by a couple $100 compared to 2024. Now for 2026, they have once again increased the price by $650. So the entry-level 3-liter model, it's going to start at $56,900. The 3-liter premium, that's going to be $60,050 starting price. You are able to get both of these vehicles with either the 8-speed automatic or the 6-speed manual if you would like. So that's a good thing. But something I'm shocked by is even in the 2026 model year, the blind spot monitoring is not standard. You have to pay an additional $1,195 with the premium model to get the driver assist package, which contains the blind spot monitoring. And on the entry-level 3-liter Supra, you have to pay $3,155 because you get the safety package plus the JBL. They kind of bundle everything together. I mean, at that point, you might as well just get the premium model Supra to begin with, and that's exactly what I recommend. But yeah, no new changes. However, in Europe and in Japan, there is something known as the A90 Final Edition, and it is limited to just 300 examples, and it comes with aero and chassis upgrades along with a bit more power, 429 horsepower and 420 pounds-feet of torque. However, at the time of this recording, Toyota has still not released an official press release for the 2026 Supra. I'm just going off of the consumer website for right now while making this video. So will we get that A90 Final Edition? I'm not sure, but I was digging on the Toyota Supra forum where a lot of people were expressing confusion for the final model year of the Supra, as well as with the Final Edition. And there were some pictures being shared on this forum. Apparently it was from some dealership, and in that picture, apparently it showed some incoming quote-unquote Final Edition Supras meant for the United States, and the total SRP or total MSRP for these supposed Final Edition Supras for the United States market, it was $70,621. And there was a dealer trying to offload that model for like $100 grand to a potential buyer, which I thought was funny. But in that same picture, right, that same dealer picture, it had some of the specs listed, and it's exactly the same as the regular Supra. We have 382 horsepower and 368 pounds-feet of torque. Clearly, $70,621 is far higher than the regular Supras. So apparently something is planned, but nothing official has come from Toyota themselves in the form of a press release. And even on the Toyota consumer website, there's no like quote-unquote coming soon vehicle. There's really no hype being built for a Final Edition in the United States. And scrolling down in the Supra forum, somebody was saying that the horsepower and torque figures align with the old press release. But then I click on that global press release that the person linked to, and in this global press release, it shows that there are two different Final Editions. There is the quote-unquote partially upgraded Supra, and then there's that true A90 Final Edition with that upgraded 429 horsepower for the Japanese and for the European markets that's limited to 300 units. Apparently, for us in the United States, we might be getting this partially upgraded Supra, okay? And this model would have the exact same amount of power as our outgoing Supra, the regular models. So this could be what we're getting for that around $70,000 price tag. Because clearly, you know, that's something that a dealership posted. That is some kind of a incoming unit that's coming to their dealership. So something is planned. It's just that nothing has been officially released by Toyota in the form of a press release just yet. Regardless though, I'm going to have this full global press release on the screen for you to check out, so that way you'll know everything that there is to know regarding the partially upgraded model versus the A90 Final Edition found in Europe and in the Japanese markets. It would have been cool to get the full Final Edition with the upgraded power, because these things are rather quick, and that extra horsepower, well, that's just going to make this even more exciting and even more of a rocket out on the road. Plus, it just looks incredible with the aero and that sinister black paint job. Comment below, let me know your thoughts regarding these vehicles. Regardless though, that is everything that we know regarding the 2026 Supra. So it is what it is. Regardless, is this vehicle worth it? I mean, I did a full in-depth review on this vehicle and I absolutely loved it. It is a great car. The handling is top tier. It's certainly very quick with that B58 engine. It does 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. I think it's a good performance car for $60K, but it seems like the Nissan Z has outsold the Supra, so there's that. Regardless though, if you're interested in a new Supra, there seems to be about 84 available for sale throughout the entire United States. Yeah, nobody buys sports cars. People have a big mouth on the internet, but nobody puts their money where their mouth is, and hardly anybody buys these sports cars. In fact, the top selling sports cars in the United States by people who have money, it's the Porsche 911 and the Chevrolet Corvette. Both of those models sell about 10,000 units per year. So those are the sports cars of choice by people who actually put their money where their mouth is. And the Nissan Z, well, that's not only cheaper than the Supra, there's also substantial discounts on the Z as well. So a lot of people are going for that. There's also the C8 Corvette being sold at rather high discounts as well. There's a dealership called Ciocca Chevrolet in New Jersey. I mean, they typically offer between $6,000 to almost $10,000 off the MSRP. And as of right now, at the recording of this video, there's like a $2,700 to $3,000 incentive from Costco. So if you're a Costco member, you can get between $2,700 and $3,000 off on top of whatever the dealer discount is. I have no affiliation with Ciocca Chevrolet. I'm just bringing them up as a resource because I know that they are always advertising big discounts. You could try asking your local dealership to see if they can match this discount. Otherwise, if I was interested in a new C8, I'm definitely gonna go out of my way to pick it up at Ciocca Chevrolet to get those discounts. But try with your local dealership, who knows? They might go for it. Just be sure to stack that $3,000 Costco incentive on top, because incentives always stack on top of dealer discounts. Regardless though, a company that I am partnered with and affiliated with is called AutoCompanion. You can go to AutoCompanion.com and you can see various deals and discounts on vehicles. AutoCompanion is one of the largest car brokers in the United States. He's primarily located in the Washington, D.C. area, but he is able to ship nationwide. Shipping is something you have to pay extra for. And I believe on most BMW M cars, he was between 2 to 4% off, which I get it, that's not a lot, but on something like an M2, which goes for around 67 grand, any discount is welcome because it pretty much brings it nearly in line with a at MSRP Supra, because on Supras there's pretty much no discounts on them. Everyone is paying essentially sticker on those, and that's your best case scenario on a Supra. But you go on AutoCompanion's website, I mean, on something like an AMG GT55 Benz, he's got 15% off the MSRP. Same thing with that 4-cylinder C63 AMG, he's got 15% off on that. The lease program is pretty good there. I get it, those are not vehicles that compete with the Supra. I'm just trying to give you an example of what kind of savings can be had. AutoCompanion's website has not completely been updated yet, so you can also go on the Lease Hacker forum where pretty much all of the brokers share their deals. And he's always got something cooking. Like on M8, he was between 11 to 20% off the MSRP, depending on if there was a demo model available. Same thing on the manual BMW Z4, he was at 10% off the MSRP on a demo model. And that's why I like to share resources like AutoCompanion to give you some additional perspective on what's possible. There's like 15% off the MSRP on like a 2024 BMW XM. So if you're interested in something like an M2, M3, M4, etc., fill out the inquiry form on AutoCompanion's website to see if there's any potential deals or discounts on one. That way you can cross shop it with the Supra. And keep in mind, AutoCompanion does charge a broker fee for accessing these deals. In that inquiry form, if you do reach out, just mention my channel, Meyn Motor Group, and he did say that he'll take some money off of his broker fee, and I appreciate him doing that for my audience. But once again, I hope you found value with this content. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. All the resources I mentioned will be linked down below. And also, if you want to try and negotiate on your own for any type of vehicle, especially on a lease, AutoCompanion also offers a free leasing calculator, which I will have linked in the description box as well. And if I find out more news regarding the 2026 Supra in the form of a official press release from Toyota themselves, and if there's anything different, I'll make another video. And if you're someone who works at a dealership, or you're someone who is in the market for a 2026 Supra and you've come across some additional information, feel free to share it with us in the comment section below. Thank you again for watching, take care, and goodbye.